Hello, Cruising World. Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Ship Tour Saturday, because I know these videos always go out on a Saturday. I just don't know which one. What's the ship this week? I hear you say. Well, actually, you already know, because it's on the title, Carnival Freedom, which I was recently on. And I did this while the ship was in port in Nassau, because most people were ashore. So I took advantage of a fairly empty ship. Normally I do it first thing in the morning, but I did it this day. And I think it come out pretty well. The only bad thing was when I walked through part of the Lido, just as I'm filming, the lights went out. But you can still see it, only a little bit of it. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. So I'll give you Carnival Freedom. Start singing that George Michael song. 1, 2, 3, boom. All right, let's head around Carnival Freedom. We are in the main theater. This is at the front of deck 3. And then we're going to make our way around the ship just for you. So we're heading back out right now. This goes up to deck 4 and deck 5. But I just showed you up to the top. So we're coming out into the main area of deck 3. Some restrooms on the right there. As I said, the ship was in port in Nassau, so we were lucky to get a fairly empty ship for this tour. There's some internet station right there. There is the Carnival Adventures desk where you can book your shore excursions, but you can also do them on the hub. Do not forget, there's your main elevators. And as we come down here, you're going to see the guest services area. On the right-hand side will be the priority line. There's your machine where you can change $100, $50. You can change bills down to as low as $5 bills. You can also check the activity on your account. But again, you can do that on the hub. And there is the lobby bar there on the right. We just went past it there. Now we're going to come into one of 2 restaurants. This is the Chic Restaurant. This was the Your Time Dining when I was on board, but don't assume that's always the way it will be. There was one little room, like a meeting room you could go to on the right-hand side there. And on the left, they had the art gallery. The doors were all closed, so I could not go in there, but that's where they were. This is into that main Chic dining area, the restaurant. Again, this was for the Your Time Dining. And it will go on 2 levels. Again, we're here on deck 3, but it will go up there to deck 4. So we're just going to walk around here. And then continue back out and around and down more of deck 3. Or a little bit anyway. All right, so we're back out. There was that art gallery on the right, so we're coming back out of the restaurant. And as you can check the menu for the night. Again, you can also do that on your hub. I'm just going to show you these extra seating on the left. But now we're going to go up to deck 4. That's pretty much all there is to see on deck 3. So as we come up here, this is the main pixels area. Pretty much takes up most of deck 4. That's the desk where you would, one of the desks where you can go and get help. And your pictures will be up all around. I didn't walk all the way around because there really isn't a need. You could walk around the loop, but all of this area is pixels. And there is the top area of the restaurant. This would be the upper level if you went in there. And then just there was the library on the left-hand side. But that's it. Most of the stuff is going to be up on deck 5, as with a lot of ships. So now up on deck 6, on the right side there, you see Cherry on top. And this is all the shops. These are all the shops at this end. Just get my English correct. There's an ATM machine right there. And the door straight ahead, that would lead you into the upper level of the main theater. More shops on the right. But they were actually rehearsing when I went in down below, so I felt pretty bad. They were rehearsing behind the curtain, so I didn't go back in on this level. So now we're at the very front of the ship on deck 5. We're going to head towards the back. More shops here on the right-hand side. On the left there's another one of those change machines. You can also check your account. But again, check it on your hub account on your phone. It's just as easy. There is the sports bar. I'm going to pop in here. And this is going to lead us out into the casino. If you'd kept going straight and not come into here, the next right would have taken you into the other entrance to the casino from this side. But I wanted to show you the sports bar. And there is the casino. All your tables down the center there. And they were doing training at the end, or something similar to that, so I didn't walk all the way down. I usually get shouted at for filming in the casino anyway, so I try not to go too deep in there. There's your poker table. And this entrance on the left, that's where we would have come in from if I hadn't turned into the sports bar. There is your shopping desk right there. More of the casino. Can't tell you how the casino was. I did not gamble. But there is the casino bar. And in the far corner on the right was the main casino desk. I had all your questions. And pretty much everything is on this side of deck 5 because the casino takes up the opposite side. Here's the Carnival Adventure shop where you could buy various items there. Come and check that out when it's open. There's the coffee shop right there. This was day 2 of a 4-day cruise, so the cheers sign was still up, but it wouldn't be up there the whole time. Here is the Red Frog Pub. Very strangely shaped Red Frog Pub, but it's one of my favorite places to go. But you won't see many shaped quite like this. The band is going to set up on the bottom right-hand corner as we're coming up to it here. The bar's a nice large bar. Plenty of room. They do a lot of the trivia and stuff like that in here. They got games. They got cornhole, shuffleboard, all sorts of games to play in there. So again, that's the Red Frog Pub. Decent size, decent size. There's only 2 ships where it's shaped like this. I believe the other one is the Valor. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Now, we're going to continue down here, but before we get to the end, on the right here, these stairs go down. It's important you know about this, especially if you like karaoke, which I'm going to show you in a second. But you come down these stairs back down to deck 4. So we're just beyond midship deck 4 right now. The karaoke's to the right. We're going to come back there in a second. But I just want to show you around here to the left. So again, we've come down from deck 5. The stairs came down. We now turned left at the bottom of those stairs on deck 4. Because this way, you have your Circle O2 Club. And if you continue down here, there's a accessible bathroom right there. It's good to know about. But if you continue down here around this corner, you'll also see a back entrance to the Chic Restaurant. So that's the back of the Chic Restaurant right there. So we're just going to come back down here again because I want to show you where they do the karaoke. And it's also where they did things like Quest. A couple of restrooms. So again, these are the stairs on the right there that we came down, and we turned left to go back there. We go straight ahead here. You will see another bar. This is where they do the karaoke. On some ships, this is actually the Red Frog Pub. I think on the Splendor, this is a Red Frog Pub. But on this class of ship, they kept it for, they do the drinks for the dining room in here, and they do the karaoke in here. And like I said, they also did the Quest. So they do some events in here. On the back, on the right-hand side, is typically a Dreams studio. You can see it back there. That's where it is on most of these class of ships. Now, if we come through the back of this, and we're going a little bit off the normal map, but if you come through the back of this one, you're going to see the aft restaurant, which is for the early and late dining. I did the your time dining. So this is where that one is. Just look down into the main dining area. So again, this is where they do the back of the ship, where they do the your time, early and late dining. But again, that could change. They could always change it. So as of time of press, as it were, this was the set dining. I don't know how they decide it. Sometimes this is the back is the your time. Sometimes it's the other way around. I don't know what the rhyme and reason is. And if you're wondering why I didn't tell you the name of that restaurant, it's because I can't remember, because I was your time. But this, by the way, was called the Habana Bar. How do I know that? I just saw the sign, because I'd forgotten this one too. I did max the Cheers package out every day while I was on board. I will leave that there. So we're going to come back here. We're going to go back up those stairs, because I want to continue the regular path to show you what's on the rest of deck 5. And then after that, we'll head up to the Lido Deck and the upper decks from there and show you all that good stuff. So we're coming back up those steps, and we're going to come back out onto deck 5 and continue our walk up there, because this is where, like I said, all the main activities are at night. Can't believe this is during the day. Empty. Ship was empty. There's a desk that I never saw used. Don't know what it's for. Here's the arcade. I don't know why I always come into these on these videos, because it's so loud in there. You can't appreciate how loud it is. I should turn the volume up just to show you. But boy, are they loud. But nice big arcade. Some people playing. And then right behind me, some more people came in. I remember, if you look at the look on these kids' faces, they were so excited to be in there. I tried not to film them too much, so I panned off to the right. But boy, were they happy. They were excited. This is the nightclub. Also, if they do the art auctions, they will be in here, typically. So a nice big nightclub. Again, I did not go in here, so I don't know how busy it got on this particular cruise, but it wouldn't be your cruise anyway, so what would it matter? There's the casino, or the nightclub bar. So we shall continue on down here, back out of the nightclub, and up this way, and straight ahead there you'll see the Alchemy Bar. And then just beyond the Alchemy Bar here, we have coming up the Piano Bar, right in there. So we're almost at the end of the Deck 5 tour now. Just a couple more things to show you. One of which will be the next one along here is the Comedy Club. I'm coming here. Here's the Comedy Club. It's a bit weird shaped on this class of ships, in my personal opinion, because the stage is off to the right there. I prefer it like on some of the ships where it's at the very, like on the Splendor, it's at the very back, which seems to make more sense to me. But who am I? Who am I? As with all comedy clubs, get here early because it does fill out. The bar is at the very back, but that is the main comedy club there. And there's one more little bar here on the left. When I was on the Glory several years ago, they sometimes did karaoke in here, but I think that's the only time I've ever seen anything done in this particular area. So I don't know what it's for. It's there, but I never see it used. So I'll plead the fifth, as they say in America on that one. The fifth. I can't do f's and th's. F's and TH's, tough for me. All right, so that's deck 5. So we're finished up on deck 5, the promenade deck. Now I'm going to take you up top. We'll show you the Lido and above. I always like to do this pan when I start my tour, show you how high up it is when you look down at the atrium lobby bar down there. So we're on basically pretty much midship on deck 9 right now. We're going to come out here. We're going to take you to the back of deck 9 and then up and come forward on deck 10 and show you 11 and 12 and all that good stuff. So you'll see a few more people up here. But again, surprisingly empty for a port day in Nassau because a lot of people don't go ashore in Nassau normally. But on this day, there will seem to be a lot of people ashore. So on the left, there's a couple of hot tubs. There is one of my favorite places, the Red Frog Bar up on Lido Deck. The opposite will be the Blue Iguana. There's your pool. You can see the Blue Iguana over there. On the left-hand side here, we have Guy's Burgers. There's a few people there. And there's your toppings bar. Still no mushrooms. Boo! We'll keep coming down here. Again, there's your pool, the Blue Iguana you see in the top left. Like about 11 o'clock. And then on the left side here is the Blue Iguana Cantina, where you can get your tacos. Yes, they're tacos. They're not tacos. And burritos for breakfast and lunch. There's your toppings bar for that. There's a few people waiting for their lunchtime burritos. And there's one of your scoops machines for the ice cream. Now we're going to head into the main Lido area. And right on cue, the lights went out. Just when I came into this part. So it looks a lot darker than it actually is. But yeah, this is your Lido. So it was lighter in the morning when I went at 6:30. But on the left, this is key. That's the Mongolian Wok. That's my favorite place on these ships. If you want to go to Mongolian Wok, they cook it fresh for you. Make sure you allow yourself time because the line there does get long on a sea day. So be aware of that. So we're going to keep walking up and down here and you'll see the offerings that we have. All the seating on the left. Now coming up here on the right hand side is the sushi at sea, where you can order some sushi if you would like to. And now we have basically another side of the buffet area coming up. There is only one Mongolian Wok side that is not up here. They're just more buffet options and dessert options and all that good stuff. You'll see some stairs on the left hand side. You can go up there to go to the barbecue. There is a barbecue up there. There's the sweet spot when you get your desserts. There's another one opposite the Mongolian Wok. Now, I just want to pop down here real quick because I want to show you what is down here. Because down here we have the deli. So that's the deli right now. Basically the opposite side to the sushi at sea. But now I just want to go to the back of the ship. So we're going to the back of deck 9 now. Drink station right there. And we're going to come out here. And on the left-hand side is going to be the Pizza Pirate. And straight ahead, there's the Pizza Pirate sign right there. Straight ahead is the Tides Bar, or the bar at the back, that's typically called the Tides Bar. There's your Pizza Pirate. There's another pool with a couple of hot tubs up behind it. About the fullest place on the ship, because it was quite warm this day. Very warm indeed, actually. Probably a lot of people were in their cabins cooling off if they didn't go ashore. And this is the seafood shack. I do normally try and eat something there. I did not this week because I was sailing on my own and I thought it was mean not to have Julie, my wife, with me. She likes the seafood shack too. So there's your hot tubs at the back behind the pool. There's another drink station right there. And now we're just going to head up to deck 10 and walk you around there. And we're going to go back up to the front of the ship with a couple of little detours and show you all the stuff up here. Watch for this brilliant piece of editing. Oh, did you see that? Did it best I could because I had to redo this part. Down there is one side to the ship, but that's the smoking section. So I did not go down there. I am not a smoker. So I try to avoid those areas. Don't judge. I don't judge. looking down from the pool. I just don't like the smell of cigarettes. We'll come down here. There's the pool. So now we're above the back pool and the tides bar and all that good stuff. So we're going to come down this side, which is the quote-unquote non-smoking side. Now you can always pop up there to the next deck, which we're going to show you in a second. But if you go in these doors here on the right, we just went past them, that would take you into the barbecue. I did go in there, that's why I retracked, because there was like 50 crew members in there, so I felt bad walking in there. But the barbecue is in those doors, and we're just walking right past it right now. But there is a barbecue in there. Clearly a very popular crew hangout. So I stopped filming, went back and started over again. We're going to come back and double up what's on deck 12 in deck 11 in a second. Let's keep walking down here. There's some sunbeds. Again, this is the non-smoking side. We were in port with a few other ships. There was an MSC ship right there. There was a Disney one. Now this is the Steakhouse. We're going to pop in there in a second and show you, but this is the outside view. So if we come around here, up on the left is where the DJ will play for the main Lido deck. But we're going to pop in these doors and show you the Steakhouse real quick. Now, there are buttons you have to hit on some of these entrances to get in and out. They'll be red. You hit the button, it goes green and go in. Don't just stand there waiting. Not all of them are automatic. This is the Sun King Steakhouse. So we'll come in here and show you this briefly. Nice size steakhouse. Again, I did not eat in here. I kind of don't eat in the steakhouse too much anymore because I need the menu to change. I've done so many meals in there. It's the same menu. It's been that way for years, it seems like. So that was the steakhouse. We're going to come back out. Oh, they took away the art at the table as well. Boo! We're going to hang a right here, and I'm going to take you up to the next level up to show you. So it's kind of, you'll see the sense of this. It kind of goes in loops. So I'm going to show you one side, and then I'll show you the front side of the ship in a second. There's the Disney ship on the left there. So we're going to pop up here to deck 11, and then we'll come back down, walk to the front, and do deck 10 and 11 from the front of the ship. This is the jogging track right here. And you also have the basketball court right there. So I'm going to go the wrong way around the jogging track. Bad boy. Again, there's the Disney ship that was next to us. And if you look carefully in the distance, you'll see the Atlantis Resort. I think I mentioned this. We're in the port of Nassau. I'm sure I did. And coming up here on the right-hand side will be the golf course, the mini putt-putt golf course. Again, very rare to see nobody up here on a port day or a sea day, but it was very hot this day. We were in Princess Cays the next day, and it was a lot nicer, a lot cooler. Little area to hang out at the back there, a couple of chairs. So that's the golf course. So we're now back on the port side, moving forward. There's the end of the golf. Oh, what do I know? That's the Atlantis Resort up there on the left. I was turned around. If my wife is watching this, she'd just shake her head. I haven't got the best sense of direction. That's the Atlantis Resort straight ahead. You can just about make it out. One of the not great things about GoPro is you can't zoom. Wish you could. All right, this is the opposite side to the basketball court, and it's set up for what I assume is volleyball. I don't honestly know what that net is for. It looks like a volleyball net to me. So now we're going to come back down and continue up to the front, and then we'll be finishing up on our last leg of this ship tour. Again, that was the steakhouse on the right, so we've kind of done a circle. So now we're going to continue down here. Looking down at the main Lido deck. There's your Lido pool, the Red Frog pub. This was awkward. I said, please don't take your picture yet. I want to keep moving. There's a couple of more whirlpools, hot tubs, whatever you want to call them. There's the Waterworks. Any more chairs and stuff up here. Bit quieter area. Now, we're going to cut inside in a second to show you the spa and the gym with a potential celebrity sighting. So we're coming into the gym. Now, the gym is one of those where there's a men's locker room and the women's locker room, so you go for the appropriate one. And when you go in there, you just hope when you're filming that nobody's naked. Yes, it's happened. I was lucky today. Nothing. So there's your opening hours. Always be posted out front. And this is the main spa area right here. And the women's entrance to the gym is off to the right and the men's is off to the left. There's more spa stuff on the left, so it says men there. So we're going to come in through here. And here's your main entrance. Now, one of the nice things about these class of ships is they actually have a sauna and a steam room that they don't have on a lot of ships. Not a lot of people know that they're there. This is where you typically will find the naked people, but you got to be really careful. So I was careful not to look too, obvious coming in here. But there's just the steam room on one side and the sauna on the other. Now we're heading to the gym. That's where we look out for a celebrity sighting coming up. And I walked in there and I'm like, there's nobody in here. The gym is empty. Little did I know, it wasn't. Plenty of machines in here. And then I get to the end, and he's not doing anything. But there is your cruise director, Andy, sitting there pretending he's working out. Good English stock. Very nice man. Very, very good cruise director. If you're ever lucky enough to cruise with him, he's amazing. But I didn't want to bother him. So I kept on walking. Andy Entertainment, if you want to look him up on Facebook. Very, very, really very good cruise director. Does a comedy show of his own. He's a very funny person. He's like a comic in his own right. Definitely recommend going to see that show if you ever see him on a cruise ship. Just an all-round good egg, as we like to say in England. All right, so we finished walking around the gym. We're almost there. Now we just got to walk up and show you the Serenity Deck pretty much, and we're about done. Or a couple of other things, but, mainly the Serenity Deck and a couple of more kids clubs, and then we'll be at the end. So we're coming back out here. Then we're going to head up to the forward part of Deck 11 and even Deck 12. All right, back in the sunshine. So now we're going to go up here. There's some more. There's like a football table, a ping pong table up here. Pool table. Now, straight ahead, you'll see that's the play area for the Club Ocean. So you can't actually get into that. But the entrance to Club Ocean is going to be through these doors here on the right. So you would come in here and then take a left. Obviously, I'm not going to go in there, But that's where the Club Ocean is for all the younger kids. The Club O2 again was down on deck 4. So now we just need to go up and pretty much show you the Serenity Deck, and we are done. Looking down again, that's the play area for the Camp Ocean down there. This is Serenity, the upper level of it. So this is one side. We're up on deck 12 right now. A couple of whirlpools. One was not in action. That one there was still covered. The one on the opposite side, I believe, was open. See if I remember filming this, because I'm talking over it at home. Yes, it was open. But I do not go in whirlpools. I don't know what's been in there. There's a couple of clamshells. I say it's empty. This is the time to go to the Serenity Deck, and it was hot too. Now we're going to come down here and see some more of the Serenity Deck. This is down on deck 11. On the right side there's your Serenity Bar. Obviously closed on port days, but it'll be open on a sea day during the day. I'm just going to walk you around the front here real quick. Just to show you, there's a couple of clamshells at the front. You can't go too much further past there because it's blocked off, because it's the way down to the playground for the Camp Ocean. So we're just going to show you those clamshells. Turn around and take you back to the front of the Serenity entrance, and then we'll be done. So hopefully this was a useful ship tour for you of Carnival Freedom. It is the newest of the Concourse class ships. I think it was 2007, 2006 maybe. I don't know. Don't know the exact year. Put in the comments if you know the exact year. I could look it up, but at this point, I've just been talking for 25 minutes. I ain't doing it now. Anyway, so that's the Serenity area. So there's your tour of Carnival Freedom. I'm just going to take you up these stairs to show you the entrance, to the Waterworks. Then we are done. Carnival Freedom ship tour complete. I want to film this kid going down it, and he just beat me till I turned. He's already gone. Try to catch him. There he goes. All right, there you go. Carnival Freedom. Nice little ship. No complaints. Mongolian Wok. What more can a man want? Loved it. We were lucky to have a great cruise director, a great crew, but you know, you have a great crew every cruise, right? One of my favorite cruise directors this week, though, Andy. I like Andy. I like Joey. I like Cookie and Savannah. Really, other than that, don't really care. But when those four are on for me, it's always a better cruise. Just for me. Everybody's different. They're just my favorites. I know you've got yours. I got my least favorites. I'm a positive person. Try not to be negative. But those four, boom, great, awesome. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that little tour. That was my very first ship I ever went on. 2008. And I've just repeated it. So, yeah, good time. If you want to subscribe to my little channel, please do so. If you want to hit that bell, you'll get notifications when my videos come out. I do a tips program every Monday. On Thursdays, I put out a video of a cabin. And on Saturday, a video like this. So if that appeals to you, subscribe. If you have any questions, my email is coming up. Please feel free to email me any questions you may have. If I don't know the answers, I pretty much know people that do. I got contacts. So I can help you. And if you want to send me your tips and cruising traditions, like I mentioned, every Monday I do a video where I share tips and cruising traditions, not just from me, because I couldn't do it every week. I need your help. So send me yours and I will read them out. I always have to warn people, I read them live and I react. I don't read them in advance. I take my glasses off, copy paste it, print them out, put them here, and then I read them as I read them. So you have been warned on that. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe! Thank you.